with Snowflake Horizon catalog and the security posture of Snowflake. We also have things like metadata management, sharing, and collaboration, right? All of these things are part of cloud services that operate on all of the layers underneath it. And so when we talk about what are all the various use cases that you can build your RAG chatbot with, for example, is everything from Customer 360. That's the idea of knowing everything about your
We'll say quarterly release. Quarterly release was something, and maybe it is still a concept. With modern data engineering, it is not. People want the releases to be done faster. You need the CI and CD to be implemented, and you really need not to have a third-party tool to do it, right? And that's where the concept of actually introducing some of the features came into picture. The classic of what CI/CD cycle is this, where you build, code, test, and then you deploy, monitor, and then again you do that the same. But then it needs to be seamlessly well. As soon as my development is done and the particular branch is merged, is where it should just go and run into production, deploy it automatically. I really need not to have teams to do that for me, right? And that is where inside the platform, what we are offering now is specifically the connectivity with Git. So now you will be able to use the power of version control tool like Git to do your versioning effectively good, and you will be able to see that inside Snowflake UI itself. On the notebook, you have something on the top which is known as connect to Git. You will be able to see the branches where you want to merge your particular code. But then you also have Snowflake CLI, where you can use it for CD purposes to deploy directly onto your development, onto your production once everything is approved. Moreover, the ways of writing, if you have gone deep into database ways of working, there is something which is known as database change management. And there are two ways of writing your SQLs. One is imperative, one is declarative. If the ways of writing is declarative in nature, which says that, okay, whatever changes into the source, whatever changes into your source schemas or table, just run it. Create or alter is a PUPR features that is there. So it will take care of those changes, automatically detect and will deploy. Moreover, execute immediate again is something which is GA. These are the kind of database change management features that we have inside the platform now, which will allow you to do CI/CD. That is again the beauty of you not calling a third party. Now these concepts of DevOps can also be
Polaris is again the implementation of specifications, REST specifications, which Iceberg community designed, where it fits in this ecosystem, right? So you have a different computing engines or consumers, I call it. They want to query the actual data. They just connect with the Polaris. They need not to worry about what catalog consumer is providing, because Polaris is just one kind of generic catalog, which is again interacting with your Iceberg table format. So now that hassles of compatibility with different kind of Hadoop, Nessie, Glue catalog, all those is gone. You are just connecting to one single source of truth, which is Polaris in this case. And I'll tell you from my experience in the practical scenario, in large enterprises, so if you are part of small enterprise or you're just trying to POC something, right? Then you're just using one database and then doing things. But with
via a notebook using our Snow site. And that is both ways, that you can read and write and make it easier for you to manage everything through a single source of truth, which is Git. The second is our declarative syntax, which comes from execute immediate, which is another way of able to run these kind of declarative syntax from Snowflake. Meaning you don't have to do this on an environment outside of Snowflake. Snowflake itself provides an ability to run this declarative syntax and then be able to run all from our stage itself. And then the third piece is the CI/CD is your CLI. So we have built a new CLI which is fully open source from scratch, which really empowers you guys to build that CI/CD, and then we have provided a lot of toolings and plugins on top of it, which helps you connect to any CI/CD pipeline like GitHub Actions or Jenkins or Azure DevOps without building anything custom on your side. Now.
And now you can also browse available certifications and get started with your Snow Pro certificate. And so you can do this at learn.snowflake.com, and we have a variety